Welcome to Tech and Trek, exploring the past, powered by the future. I bet you didn't know the extent of the horrors inside North Korea's prison camps. Over 100,000 people, men, women, and even children. That's how many individuals are estimated to be imprisoned in North Korea's vast network of political prison camps. These camps are not just places of detention, they are places of torment and suffering where basic human rights are stripped away. These camps, shrouded in secrecy, are places where unimaginable horrors unfold. Prisoners are subjected to brutal treatment, forced labor, and inhumane living conditions. The stories that emerge from these camps are harrowing and paint a grim picture of life inside. Today, we're venturing into the depths of this hidden world. We will explore the daily lives of the prisoners, the harsh realities they face, and the oppressive regime that keeps them there. Through rare footage and survivor testimonies, we aim to shed light on the dark corners of North Korea's prison system. We're going to uncover the truth about North Korea's jail system. This is a system designed to crush dissent and instill fear. It is a tool of control used by the regime to maintain its grip on power. The conditions in these prisons are beyond deplorable, and the treatment of inmates is nothing short of barbaric.
These numbers are staggering, and the reality is even more harrowing. Imagine being confined in a space so small that you can barely move, with little to no access to food, clean water, or medical care. The psychological and physical toll on the prisoners is immense, and many do not survive the ordeal. The world needs to know what's happening behind those barbed wire fences. The international community must take action to address these human rights abuses. Awareness is the first step towards change, and by bringing these stories to light, we hope to inspire action and support for those who are suffering.
Stay with us as we delve deeper into this shocking reality. We will hear from former prisoners who have escaped, human rights activists who are fighting for justice, and experts who have studied the North Korean regime. Together, we will uncover the truth and bring attention to the plight of those trapped in North Korea's prison camps. This is a story that needs to be told, and we are committed to telling it. North Korea's jail system is shrouded in secrecy. Information is tightly controlled. But what we do know is deeply disturbing. These camps, known as Kwanliso, are like black holes. Those who enter rarely re-emerge.
The conditions inside these camps are beyond grim. The isolation, the forced labor, the constant surveillance, it all contributes to a system designed to break the human spirit.
It's a place where hope is systematically extinguished. Life inside a North Korean prison camp is a relentless struggle for survival. Every day is a battle against the harshest conditions imaginable. The prisoners wake up to the cold, unforgiving reality of their existence, knowing that each day could be their last. The air is thick with despair, and the walls seem to close in on them, suffocating any glimmer of hope. Prisoners are stripped of their humanity, reduced to mere numbers. They are no longer individuals with dreams and aspirations, but faceless entities in a system designed to break their spirit. The identification numbers they wear are a constant reminder of their lost identities, a symbol of the dehumanization they endure daily. Their days are consumed by backbreaking labor, constant hunger, and the ever-present threat of violence. From dawn till dusk, they toil under the watchful eyes of the guards, their bodies weakened by malnutrition and exhaustion. The work is grueling, often involving tasks that push their physical limits, leaving them with little energy to even think about escape or rebellion. The guards are a constant source of terror, wielding their power with ruthless efficiency. Any sign of defiance is met with swift and brutal punishment. The prisoners live in a state of perpetual fear, knowing that a single misstep could result in severe consequences. The violence is not just physical but psychological, breaking down their will to resist. Hope is a luxury they cannot afford. In a place where survival is the only goal, hope becomes a distant memory. The faces of the inmates reflect a deep-seated despair, a resignation to their fate. They have learned to suppress any thoughts of a better future, focusing solely on making it through another day.
I remember the endless days of hard labor, the relentless grind that seemed to have no end. Each day blended into the next, a monotonous cycle of pain and suffering. The tasks were designed to break us, both physically and mentally, and there was no respite from the grueling work, the gnawing hunger that never went away. We were given just enough food to keep us alive, but never enough to satisfy our hunger. The constant pangs of hunger were a cruel reminder of our dire situation, and the meager rations only served to weaken us further. The guards treated us like animals, herding us from one task to another with no regard for our well-being. They saw us as expendable, mere tools to be used and discarded. The mistreatment was relentless, and any sign of weakness was exploited to the fullest, and we were always afraid. Fear was our constant companion, lurking in every shadow and around every corner. The guards' unpredictable behavior kept us on edge, never knowing when the next act of violence would occur. The fear was paralyzing, making it difficult to think or act rationally.
The stories from those who have survived are harrowing, a testament to the depths of despair within these camps. Each survivor carries with them the scars of their ordeal, both visible and invisible. Their accounts paint a vivid picture of the horrors they endured, a stark reminder of the human capacity for cruelty. The aerial views of the prison camps reveal the scale of the suffering, a sprawling network of despair hidden from the world. The emaciated prisoners, barely recognizable as human, are a testament to the brutality of the regime. These camps are a dark stain on humanity, a place where hope goes to die and despair reigns supreme. Food is scarce in the camps, where every morsel is a reminder of the harsh reality faced by the prisoners. The scarcity of food is not just a consequence of poor resources, but a deliberate strategy employed by the authorities. It is a tool used to control and punish, ensuring that the prisoners remain weak and compliant. The guards oversee the distribution with an iron fist, making sure that no one gets more than their allotted share. Prisoners exist on meager rations, barely enough to sustain life. The food they receive is often of the lowest quality, designed to keep them alive, but never healthy. Often little more than watery gruel and rotten vegetables, the meals are a daily reminder of their suffering. Malnutrition is rampant, with many prisoners showing signs of severe nutrient deficiencies. This leaves prisoners weak, vulnerable to disease, and unable to perform even the simplest tasks without great effort. Their bodies, already frail from lack of food, become easy targets for illness and susceptible to the cold. The harsh weather conditions only exacerbate their suffering, as their weakened bodies struggle to generate enough heat to stay warm.
Starvation and sickness are a deadly combination. The lack of adequate nutrition weakens the immune system, making it easier for diseases to take hold and spread rapidly among the prisoners. The lack of proper nutrition weakens the body, making it easy for diseases to spread. In these conditions, even a minor illness can become a death sentence. It's a vicious cycle that many cannot escape. The constant battle against hunger and disease wears down the spirit, leaving prisoners in a perpetual state of despair.
This combination of starvation and sickness is a calculated cruelty, designed to break the will of the prisoners. It is a method of control that has devastating consequences, both physically and mentally. The guards, ever vigilant, ensure that the prisoners remain in this weakened state. Their presence is a constant reminder of the power dynamics at play, where the prisoner's suffering is a tool for maintaining order and control. Forced to work in harsh conditions, the prisoners' weakened bodies are pushed to their limits. The labor they are made to perform is grueling, often beyond their physical capabilities, further exacerbating their suffering. Collapsing from exhaustion is a common sight, yet the guards show no mercy. The relentless cycle of starvation, sickness, and forced labor continues unabated, with little hope for reprieve. The despondency in the prisoners' eyes tells a story of hopelessness and despair. Their hollow gazes reflect the harsh reality of their existence, where every day is a struggle for survival. As night falls, the prisoners huddle together for warmth, seeking solace in each other's company. The cold night air seeps into their bones, a stark reminder of their vulnerability. In their moments of quiet, they dream of freedom, of a life beyond the barbed wire and watchful eyes. But for many, these dreams remain just that, dreams with little chance of becoming reality. As dawn breaks, the cycle begins anew. Another day of struggle, another day of survival. The deadly combination of starvation and sickness continues to claim lives, a testament to the calculated cruelty of the system. The guards patrol the camp, their presence a constant reminder of the prisoners' plight. The slow, shuffling movements of the prisoners speak volumes about their physical and mental state, yet even in the darkest of times, a glimmer of hope remains. The prisoners hold on to the belief that one day they might be free. It is this hope that keeps them going despite the overwhelming odds. The North Korean prison camps stand as a symbol of suffering and resilience. They are a testament to the human spirit's ability to endure even in the face of unimaginable hardship. And so, with each new day, the prisoners continue their fight for survival, determined to overcome the deadly combination of starvation and sickness. Their resilience is a powerful reminder of the strength of the human spirit. Torture, a tool of terror.
Torture is not just a possibility in North Korean prison camps. It is an integral part of the system. Guards employ brutal methods to punish, intimidate, and extract confessions. Physical and psychological torture are used with impunity. The screams of the tortured echo through the camps.
A day in hell.
The sun rises over the camp, casting a pale light on the grim reality of life within its barbed wire confines. For the prisoners, it's another day of relentless toil, gnawing hunger, and the ever-present specter of brutality. Every moment is a struggle for survival.
The illusion of freedom.
The brief midday break offers a fleeting respite from the relentless labor. Prisoners huddle together, sharing stories, whispers of hope, and memories of a life outside the camp's barbed wire embrace. But even these stolen moments are tainted by fear. The guards are always watching, listening for any hint of dissent.
Children of the forgotten.
The plight of children in North Korean prison camps is particularly harrowing. Born into captivity, these innocent victims are denied even the most basic human rights. They are subjected to the same brutal conditions as adult prisoners, their young lives forever scarred by the horrors they witness.
The will to survive.
Despite the horrors they face, the prisoners of North Korea's camps cling to life with astonishing tenacity. The will to survive burns brightly within them, fueled by a flicker of hope that one day they might taste freedom again.
Whispers of the outside world.
Despite the regime's efforts to isolate the camps from the outside world, whispers of freedom occasionally penetrate the barbed wire fences. Smuggled radios, scraps of newspapers, and the accounts of new arrivals bring news of a world beyond the camps, a world where human rights are respected and freedom is cherished. The North Korean prison camp system is a testament to the depths of human cruelty. It is a place where hope goes to die, where the human spirit is tested to its breaking point. Yet, even in this abyss of despair, the prisoners find ways to endure. They cling to life with astonishing tenacity, fueled by the smallest acts of kindness, the faintest whispers of hope, and the unwavering belief that one day they will be free.
The story of Shin Dong-hyuk, one of the few known survivors of a North Korean political prison camp, stands as a chilling testament to the inhumanity inflicted within those barbed wire fences. Born and raised within the brutal confines of Camp 14, Shin's life was one of unimaginable hardship, deprivation, and cruelty.
Shin's life was irrevocably shaped by the circumstances of his birth. He was born in Camp 14, a total control zone where prisoners were not released, their very existence meant to be erased. His parents, prisoners themselves, were allowed to marry as a reward for good behavior, their union a tool of manipulation within the camp's twisted system.
Childhood, a time of innocence and discovery for most, held no such reprieve for Shin.
He was forced to work alongside adult prisoners, his small body struggling with back-breaking labor in the fields and mines. As Shin grew older, the desire for freedom, a concept largely foreign to him, began to take root.
The stories whispered by fellow prisoners, fragmented accounts of life beyond the camp's fences, fueled a glimmer of hope within him.
He dared to dream of a different existence, one where hunger, fear, and brutality were not the only constants. Shin's journey didn't end with his escape. He eventually made his way to South Korea and then to the United States, where he dedicated his life to raising awareness about the horrors of North Korea's prison camps.
His story, documented in Blaine Hardin's book Escape from Camp 14, gave a voice to the voiceless, shocking the world with its raw honesty and chilling detail.
The horrors of the North Korean jail system are not just a tragedy for the North Korean people, they are a stain on the conscience of humanity.
We cannot, in good conscience, stand idly by while such atrocities are being committed. The world must unite to demand justice, accountability, and an end to the suffering.
Breaking the silence surrounding North Korea's human rights abuses starts with each and every one of us.
We must educate ourselves and others about the realities of the regime, sharing the stories of survivors and amplifying the voices of those working tirelessly for change.
The horrors of the North Korean jail system must not remain hidden. Every share, every conversation, every voice raised adds to the chorus demanding justice and change. The power to make a difference rests in our collective action.
Subscribe to this channel for more content shedding light on human rights issues around the world. Stay tuned to Tech and Trek Exploring the Past, powered by the future, for more insightful content.